normal colour here. No offence to ginger people here. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. I am drinking some Vandal by Panhead. So it's not a home brew, but hey, it's a brew. It's a bloody good brew too. Oh, yum. Far out. That is an excellent New Zealand IPA. Oh, 7.4%. The beer launch was at Golding's Dive, a craft pub in Wellington, and when the keg went on it lasted 26 hours before it was kicked. So I missed out on getting it at the beer launch, but they just put it on tap at regionals in the weekend, so I managed to go and get a rigger and bring it home. So I'm enjoying it now. Shit, it's nice. Anyway, I thought I'd do a quick little intro just while I'm mucking around outside. Oh, I got some pork barbecuing on the barbecue. Well, it wouldn't be barbecuing on a stove, would it? But yep, some barbecue pork going away there. And I got this little beauty. Ta-da! This is my fridge for my 50 litre fermenter. So this is the fridge that I picked up for free from Marina Hotel out in Parramatta. So they said it didn't work anymore and they just wanted it to be taken away. So I brought it home. I've repainted up the inside of it. I've checked the wiring and checked the compressor and everything, and the only thing that's wrong with it is it needs some gas. Only problem is it's R12, so it's the old Freon 12 gas, which they don't make anymore because it depletes the ozone. Well, they don't sell it anymore. But I have a mate that's a refrigeration engineer, and he can get some for me. If he can't manage to get hold of it, we can replace all the gas with 401A. Refrigerant, and it will do just as good a job. But that is it. And I have got some aluminium box section that's been chopped up by Wellington Double Glazing. Cheers, Brian. And this is going to be my collar that goes around the fridge door, because the fermenter has a big dial that sticks out the front. Dong dong. And it's done fit. Yeah. But anyway, there's the door for it, which is just being sterilised at the moment. That's what all the stuff running down the inside of it is. It's just cleaning stuff. Just to get rid of any bits and pieces that are in the rubber, but the rubber seals bloody good. It's damn good door, actually. Damn heavy. Oop, light just went off. Tap. There we go. Oh. Right. Where's my beer? There it is. So it's a bit colder out here. See, it's not exactly the most wonderful day. So, meats are cooking. And I'm just looking at the fridge, seeing how it's going to work while having a beer. Look at that, look at the colour of that, look at that. Ooh, oh, right. Oh. So yeah, that fridge in there, the one that you can see, will be replaced by this one eventually, once I finish it and put it all back together again. I need a GoPro. I need to grab the wife's GoPro and strap it to my head, so I've got, this is what I'm doing stuff, and I can see where I'm going. It's bloody hard, bloody hard talking. It's bloody hard doing stuff one-handed. So, I am sitting in here. Is my stockings. Oh, what is it? It's my hop sock. Sitting in sanitizer. It's been boiled and then it's gone into a thing of Star Sands. Just to keep it all nice and clean and sanitized. And I am going to be dry hopping my smashing oven which has had one lot of dry hopping, and it has another 50 grams of Nelson Sauvin to go in it. So let's sit the camera somewhere where she won't fall over. Oh, you're right. Stay camera, stay. Okay, but stay and look. Can you look? Are you looking? What are you looking at? Can you see? Yes, you can. Okay, let's do this. Let's tie a knot in one end. Yum yum. All into the hop bag. Yeah. That's it. Tie a knot on the other end. Release the pressure. No pressure. Oh God. And go, sink. Alrighty. So let's leave that in there until the weekend. What am I going to do? Purge it. Oh. Don't want any nasty oxygen in there. Gas turn on. And bye smell here. Alright, let's set gas back up. Oh. Put it back into its fridge. Pardon me. Now, of course, I'd cold crashed that after the last hop schedule. So this morning I bumped the temperature up to a reasonable, what is it? There you go, 17.5 degrees. It was actually 18 degrees. There's my rubbish bin. My pocket. Oh no, rubbish bin out here. To a reasonable 18 degrees, because you don't want to dry hop when it's cold, because you'll get a shitload of chill haze that you won't be able to get rid of. Well, you won't be able to get rid of easy. So yeah, I'll let it warm up to 18 degrees, dry hopped it, and I'll keep it at 18 degrees while I dry hop it. I'll whip the dry hopping out Friday and crash it back down again and force carbonate it and drink it. I'll bottle it actually. I'm going to bottle that one up and free the keg up for the next one. See, and I've got 2 other kegs that are still full of stuff. Vandal's friggin' awesome. Right. So, that's what's been happening. I have a big fridge to fit the fermentor in, so that I didn't have to chop off one of its legs, and because my other fridges weren't wide enough for it to fit in, and I still needed to add a collar on it so that it had enough room so I could have that big ugly dial on it, which doesn't worry me. I'm still going to use that dial, but I'll have another probe boom, for my electronic temperature control as well. No harms in having multiple probes and checking the temperature, but the dial I'll be able to see at a glance and see what it's at. Hey, who cares? Dials are good. Just rely on the electric versions to make sure everything's working, and then at least I got a little bit of a double check. If I see that the STC 1000 controller is going 18 degrees and that's going 12 degrees, I know something's amiss. Something's fucked up. Right, we'll go. Let me put the camera up here. Oh, interesting fact. I think I've discovered a new way of getting rid of ginger hair. And I think it's got something to do with something that's in beer. I think if you rinse your hair with beer, it strips the ginger out and it leaves it as blonde. If you don't believe me, check out this photo of Tiny. See where the beer's been? Oh, yeah. I think I'm onto something here. I need to find some ginger people that want to go blonde, that are willing to wash their hair in beer for, I don't know, how long's Tiny been drinking? I don't know, how long does it take to hair to grow? I don't know, about a month, and see if it's going to strip the colour out. I don't know, just curious, scientific fact, just sort of looking there, or not scientific fact, just sort of having a look. I just was seeing all of Tiny's videos and saw his little white patch and went, oh, that's strange. Hope it doesn't do it to mine. I don't think it does it to normal coloured hair. No offence to ginger people here. Cheers, Tony. Anyway, you would have seen a video go up the other day, and that was the hop draw. The hop draw for the SMaSHoff Challenge 2013. I've probably mentioned it in a previous Homebrew Wednesday video, but I'll give you the quick rundown on what it's all about now, so that people that saw the video aren't scratching their head anymore going, oh, what's that all about? So basically, let me tell you what it is. It is a competition that I'm just running regionally in New Zealand, just in the Hut Brewer club that I run. And we've got a couple of people outside of Wellington as well that have chipped in, that want to do the brew. But basically it is brewing a smash beer, so a single malt and a single hop beer. But every single brewer is brewing with exactly the same grain bill. So we're all going to be using Gladfield ale malt as our grain, and we're all going to be using it to a ratio of 300 grams per litre, so 20 litre batch, 6 kg of grain. So that's the grain stipulation, that you've got a specific ratio of grain to use for your batch that you're making. And a yeast, M44 yeast is the yeast that you can use. Now you can chuck in as much yeast as you like to let it attenuate and do whatever you need to do, or make starters or whatever you want to do with your yeast. That's not a problem, but the same yeast, so we have the same flavour profile that comes through. And then the hops are limited to 10 grams per litre. So 20 litre batch, up to 200 grams of hops you can use. So that's a maximum. So maybe you only ever use 100 grams, but we've upped the limit so that some of the more flavouring hops can be used for bittering, so that brewers have a little bit of a play in it. Now the catch is, all the hops are different. So the hop draw was picking out the hops that each of the brewers that are going to be doing this doing this challenge, picking out the hops that they're going to be using for their smash beer. So remember, the base wort is the same all the way through, the yeast is the same, so the beer should really ferment out and taste pretty much the same, except for the one thing, which is your hop scheduling and the hops that you're using. So they can do whatever they want, chuck them all in right at the beginning and do a 120-minute boil, do 10 gram increments over a 90-minute boil, chuck them all in to a cube for a no chill, chuck them all into dry hopping. I don't know, hey, it's up to the brewer to do what they want to do with the hops, but at the end of the day they want to brew a nice smash beer, and we're going to end up with, well, we've got 15 people doing it, so we're going to end up with 15 beers that are the identical grain bill with the different flavoured hops in it. And we'll do a swap, and we'll take them away, and we'll vote on them. Now the cool thing is that you get to taste what those hops do to that base beer. So it's a learning exercise as well. Everybody's going to have 15 different hops that they can appreciate what it does to the aroma, what it does to the flavour, how it transforms the malt in the beer. So that's the main purpose of the challenge, is a learning experience to learn about these hops. Then of course we'll vote, and we'll vote for our top beers, and all the votes will be tallied up, and the winner will win cash prizes, fame, fortune, bags of hops, t-shirts, bits and pieces, things like that. So yeah, that's what the SMaSHoff is all about, and it's probably something that we'll do every year. I think it's a fun little exercise just to have a little play around with. And you know, as I said, you end up with 15 bottles of beer at the end of the experiment that have 15 different hops in there that you can taste. So that's a bonus. It'll take a lot of time to do 15 different smash beers and see what the flavouring is. And we've also thrown in another extra quirky little prize, and it's for the best brewhouse efficiency. So we will be monitoring that with a 10 ml sample of the pre-boil wort, so that we can see, so I can put it in the refractometer, excuse me, and based on the volume that you're doing and the amount of grains that you used, we'll be able to evaluate who had the best brewhouse efficiency, because we've got that base malt. So it'll be a nice little fun thing to get some bragging rights of who's got, 85% to 90% efficiency. Here comes a little fella. Here it comes. So yeah, that is what the SMaSHoff challenge is all about. If you've seen it, and you will be seeing, hello buddy. Oh, are you cold? Is it cold outside? Oh, you okay? What was that? So that's what that's all about. So anyway, cheers, and have yourself another one. Do you want a bit? It's 7%. I need a little sip. What do you reckon?
Yum.
Yum? It's nearly got more percentage than you have age. Oh, alrighty. He only had a little tiny bit, just in case anybody's watching. So yeah, anyway, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers, and have yourself another one. Not you, Jesse's mine.